Keegan has been talking about and complaining about the state of mental health in our society forever. I mean, it's been like a constant conversation that there's all these problems, there's fake solutions, masking with pharmaceuticals.
Mostly the fake solutions is what I'm more concerned about, because I'm not at the typical normal angle of the mental health thing where it's just come at from the wrong angle.
In the era of pandemic medical advice and gender-affirming care, we're seeing a few gaps between the Hippocratic oath of medical people like truly trying to solve problems and then the interests of big pharma in making an ungodly amount of money treating symptoms rather than fixing things. Anyway, this song I really wanted you to see and get your perspective on. It's very different. We're going to pause a little bit to reflect.
I feel like you're warning me. It's different. What does that mean?
It's just trust me. Okay.
After the last song, I don't
Sweetie, when have I ever steered you wrong? Anyways, guys, so...
Do you want me to answer that? Or?
Don't answer it. Don't answer. All right, so if you enjoy me getting Keegan on the show, please please subscribe, comment what you think, what you want to see next. I might plug you in a video, who knows? But yeah, this is going to be REN, High REN. And you have not heard anything from REN before, right?
I don't think so.
Have you ever heard of REN?
I mean, I could hear you from the studio, so yeah.
Okay, so you've heard me possibly ranting about REN, but you've not heard any of his actual music.
I don't think so.
Okay, good point. Yeah, I do streams, gaming streams, music streams, all kinds of streams, day show. So it's not surprising that I would have mentioned REN and you would have heard it. Anyways.
Yeah, I've heard it a bunch of times from you.
Okay. But yeah, make sure you check out link for the original video and then buy the song with the link that I'll include below. We always want to support these artists. And let's get right into the video.
9:19 length?
Yeah, it's a little bit longer. It's fine. This song is 9 months old, 19 million views, which for an independent guy,
that's a pretty good
his
bit.
Independent channel, that is amazing.
It's a pretty ugly room.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty busted down.
Very odd.
So what's your first thoughts?
That's weird and creepy.
Weird and creepy. Okay, we're off to a great start.
I'm just trying to figure out if the high is representing his voice or the medication he's probably taking. The guitar solo was really good. Still very odd and creepy.
Okay, odd and creepy, and then the voice at the beginning didn't really help. No. Okay.
I mean, it suits what's going on here, but...
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you?
Yeah, I know what this is.
Because I always come back.
It's a different personality. It's the alternate personalities.
Oh, snap. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's see.
It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah.
I mean, that's good. He hit on the fact that, like, obviously this dude's crazy and whatever they're telling him to do is not working.
So he's telling him, you're in denial. Like, you've done this a million times. Take more pills. Take the 10-step programs.
Do more crap that doesn't work.
Right.
Obviously, this dude needs to do something that actually is going to help.
Right. But then that's the big question. Because it's
I
just
know.
like...
They don't tell you.
They don't tell you. It doesn't exist officially.
Right, because it makes no money.
It makes no money. The cure makes no money. Treatment makes all the money. So he's got like the side of him that's buying into the treatments and trying to better himself. And then the other side that's saying, this is a waste. They don't know what they're talking about. You know, we've done this already. You've self-medicated.
He's like, I got to do something, but this crap's not working. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, pretty much the whole industry. It's like the problem doesn't go away, but the treatment also doesn't make it go away. So
there's no actual good news. It's
pretty
just
frustrating.
Acknowledging that it is a thing already helps a little bit.
White noise, follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy.
Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere.
Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Still pretty weird.
It's a lot. That's definitely a lot.
Yeah, it's basically just his different personalities going back and forth. The problem-solution thing with whatever's going on in his life with the music.
If the one side wants to get rid of the other side, it can't. Like, we're stuck together. Like, both sides of your mind battling. He's like, you can't actually get rid of the negative voice, you know, like the darkness kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, you got to get rid of yourself if you want to get rid of me, because we are connected, you know. It's very interesting.
Respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself.
Trust me.
You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Man, it's not like that.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat.
No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong.
Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious, Eminem did it.
Played on guitar.
Plan B did it.
Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material.
Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us.
That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Yeah, it's basically just on the right is his self-critic. And then the left is, he's just saying like, no, it's not really like that. I'm doing it ethically and all this. So he's just going back and forth between, like, am I actually doing it the correct way, or is it self-serving?
Right. And that's really rough because your mind benefits a lot from affirmations, saying, I'm good, I am strong, I am happy, I'm whatever. But then the critic is saying, like, wow, you have a God complex, and it's leaking out of you that you think you're better than everyone or whatever. And it's like, well, I'm just trying to affirm myself so that I, perform.
Yeah, he's just basically saying, is it for you or is it for everybody else, what you're doing?
Right. So it hurts because there's validity in both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's the critic is reining him in and managing expectations and doing all those things, but it's also just purely negative.
Well, it's okay if he benefits a little bit from it, too. It doesn't have to be all on the other side.
God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it.
Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus.
Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren.
Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren.
I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. That is a lot.
I mean, I think the main guy is just, like, torn between the two personalities going two different directions. And he's like, I don't really know which one I should believe or go with. And it's just, like, literally driving him crazy. Because probably a little bit of both is good, but it's just like a battle he's dealing with. A pretty intense battle.
Yeah, I see that.
I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different side.
Yeah, that's good. This is his resilience personality that's combating the other two, especially the one crazy one, like the psychotic, self-critic one.
Yes.
So that's good because he needs something to help combat that.
So I like it that you see it as 3 totally separate personalities so far. Right.
How do you see it?
Well, I thought it was just like, this is the the right side. So it's like the left side was.
Oh, it was both of those that were previous? You thought were
That's
on one
what
side?
I thought. Yeah. So
No, I thought it was 2 still.
So you think that this is a third personality that's kind of reining them in and saying like,
Yeah.
I am the leader or the good.
I mean, I guess it could be the good and the bad of the first self-critic part, but I'm still going with 3.
I love that. I love that. And that does make a little more sense because there's a lot of confidence and self-assurance in this one. So
And it's like genders, you know, with the schizophrenics, there's no limit of personalities.
that might hurt some folks, but that's pretty solid.
And, well, Fantasyland, you know.
Yeah, right. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I do agree with that though, because this is way too powerful, way too strong of a stance to be the super timid kind of right side that we saw earlier. So,
Yeah, I think this is the strong, resilient side, and the more quiet-spoken second one was more of like, he was like trying to self-reassure, but it was in more of a very submissive way.
yes.
And then the other guy was just a complete critic.
Mhm.
Like, everything you do sucks. It's only self-serving. Why are you even here? What's your purpose?
Yeah.
Outside of yourself, so.
Persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides.
They got the epilepsy thing going on, too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but this is all one take.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
That's multiple
Is
camera
there no cutting?
angles. There's no cutting. This is literally, it's just multiple cameras. So they're just inserting like the other camera's view for the video. But
it's a lot of lyrics.
this is a one-shot video where they just had like the 2 or 3, however many cameras start, and then he does the whole performance in a row, playing the guitar, seemingly note perfect so far.
Oh, he's doing great on the guitar.
And then the talking, the singing, changing personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And you've literally watched from out there as I do my skit reaction, or like as my skits where I change personalities to act, and it takes a minute to like get into character for me. I'm not that good, but he's like,
Or get in and out of your gorilla suit.
yeah, it's true. It doesn't quite fit, so it takes a second to unroll it, on or off. Anyways, it's just awesome that he's that talented that in a one-shot video, he can like turn and then adopt all of the mannerisms of whatever side he's trying to play just like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Outside of this video, I've never seen this guy, but a lot of people that are completely crazy have little hidden talents like that.
Okay.
Not specifically music, but where they're really, really good at something. Like they have some kind of specialty.
Yeah. I know some crazy people, and I would agree with that. They have gifts that come with it. Like a curse gift comes with the curse.
Yeah, pretty
kind
much.
of thing.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims, and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
I thought he was going to have that weird guy come back in.
Yeah, no, that was just for the setup, apparently. So what do you think about the last part?
I got lost on part of it, but but the first part was good, I think.
Yeah. Well, from what I understand, he was misdiagnosed with the wrong treatment.
Oh, okay.
So he had I think he has Lyme disease, but he was misdiagnosed as something. I don't remember what it was. Comment what the real story is, but he got misdiagnosed for something and then treated for that thing.
Oh, okay.
And so he was being mistreated for a long time, which both the treatment and the actual illness were wreaking havoc on him.
Right.
And he was being wrongly diagnosed and mistreated. And so he just had an ungodly, horrible physical and mental toll that was taken on him because of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, it kind of is a example of how bad the treatments can be. How big pharma doesn't necessarily care because they're just making money when you're being treated. And then obviously, he is trying to get better and being treated. So he is going through treatment. He's not taking herbs and crap.
Right.
Currently, now that he's properly diagnosed.
Although it probably would have been better if he was taking the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's definitely worth mentioning. But I was referring to the very end when he's talking about the mental health issues that people have, that there isn't a good side that wins. He's it's just you said it earlier. He's you need a bit of both.
Yeah.
And he was saying if you don't learn to cope with both sides, you're going to struggle because you're trying to win over the bad side. But he's saying there's not really a bad side, but there are multiple sides.
Yeah.
And you got to figure it out for your own mental health.
They kind of just all have to work together.
Yeah. So in that case, it's a split personality or multiple personality disorder. People could diagnose it. But he's saying it as a tool. And, I've utilized that in my characters as a joke. But it's also for my own personal benefit that I section off different responsibilities of my life. And this version of me takes care of this, and this version of me takes care of this. And it is a literal sense because I turned it into characters in video.
Yeah.
But in a lot of people, they're just they wall off kind of sides of themselves for different things.
Oh, definitely different things. There's your work self and the parent self, the relaxation self, weekend self, serious self.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's
I think part of it's necessary.
Yeah, just so you can be acceptable in society, right?
The public and private self.
Yes. So you got your public and private face and how you act. And some people let that bleed over way too much. Joe Biden sniffing kids.
Let me whisper a secret. Don't tell mommy what I told you.
And we'll go on the other side, Lauren Boebert at the theater getting felt up, you guys got to behave out there in public.
The line where he was yeah, I've been treated for a decade, and basically I just learned to not even fully fix it, but just kind of deal with it myself. Basically the help was worse.
he like knew internally that the help wasn't really fixing it, but then was trying to be positive about it with the other self, It's like, no, it's going good. And, I got some new coping skills and all this. So
Yeah, he's like, well, they're not going to help me, so I guess I got to figure it out myself.
as it just screams to the greater issue that there is like mental health crisis all over the place. So both in people needing to find meaning in their lives and then people actually having serious issues that need treatment or medication. But then there's the side of getting the right treatment and the right medication.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a
Well, it
lot.
still doesn't even fully fix them, though. That's my deal, though. with
Right.
that.
That's your gripe. See, yeah. It's like, it's just a cash cow. You get to treat somebody forever. And
Like, oh, it's a little bit of, I guess it does a little bit, makes them able to function enough. And a little bit of the placebo probably too.
yeah.
But it's not really fixed. And also, I think the main problem is what is the actual cause, which is where we'll get to the solution to actually, you got to get to the root, like what's actually causing all these problems.
Right. And my vote would be the chemicals that they're putting in the food and the water and the air and all that.
It could be a ton of things.
And it's the companies that make the treatments that are causing the problems, I always like to blame whoever benefits from the problem first and then try to rule that out and go backwards. So,
Or whoever's financially benefiting from it.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
whoever has the greatest benefit from the problem existing, that's who I look at first and with the most scrutiny. And then after that, we kind of X people out and move down the list. But so far, I don't usually get past that person or entity that the people causing shit are the ones that benefit the most from it happening, But that's just, my wild, crazy, very often correct theory.
Which Jeff is that? The dungeon one?
Yeah, that's probably Red Pill Dungeon Jeff, Conspiracy Jeff, the crazy one. Yeah. Gotta lock him away. Lock him away. It's not time. It's not time.
But I think that's the main frustration is people are like, yeah, this exists. We need some kind of treatment or help for it. And they're like, oh, here you go. This thing that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
So people are like, the problem's still there. We need an actual solution. What's the solution?
Yeah.
Nobody can answer it.
Well, I think a lot of people have experienced the doctor so happy to sign you up for a lifetime of some sort of high-dollar pharmaceutical whenever you describe a problem. They're like, oh, the rep came in and told me, I'd get XYZ and a trip to Hawaii with my family if enough people gets prescribed to this thing.
Forever.
And it's just like, well, does it work? It's like, I don't know, but it makes me a lot of money,
Like, kind of.
Kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, what did you think of the singing?
He has a very high-pitched voice.
Okay.
I guess towards the end when he was talking, it was calmed down, but
He has the range to sing high. I don't know what his low pitch level of voice capacity is, because obviously he was able to do the poetry kind of talking, because he raps. He's like a rapper, but then also he sings, also he plays guitar, also he's just another one of those just multifaceted, super generic artist type people.
he was going through the lyrics really quick and pretty clearly, so I think he was definitely talented. It was a very interesting song, though.
Okay. So would you consider listening to more REN in the future?
Same deal. I guess I will listen to it, but I can't guarantee that I will not hurt feelings or like it, so.
That's great. All right. Well, for the REN fans out there, if you enjoyed the video, please please subscribe, comment what you think, comment what you'd like to see next, any suggestion, potentially for Keegan. We'll try to get her back in here because we all value her opinion here.
Oh, yeah, I was going to add something earlier, but
Go ahead.
I was just going to say we watch survival shows sometimes. And
Yes.
so off of that, we've had several of the people on there that talk about their drug history and how much of a mess their life was. They go out in the woods and they're just at peace. And they're still working hard, but they're just it gives me meaning and purpose. And, I love my life out here outside of society.
it's like the daily struggle is connected to fulfillment and peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to like live hand to mouth, to live in a way where you have to go out and get your water, get your food, get your warmth.
Mm-hmm.
Shelter is built by you. Tools are used all the time just to live, you know. So it's like the closer to death that people get, like they're so much further from an insulated, safe life, right? Because if they get sick or injured or something, they could be dead instantly, you know. Or they could starve, they could run out of water, they could freeze.
Well, it's because of how society's set up that we already have food and water and all the basic necessities taken care of for us that we're able to even get into that realm of things that aren't necessary. Because otherwise you wouldn't have time or energy to do any of that. There'd be no time for mall shopping and all that because they're spending literally their whole time just providing for themselves.
Right.
Whereas, you know, you just go to the grocery store like once a week and then it's just picking what you want to fill your time with, making money to then go buy things that are already readily available for you, or if you're spending your time going to get them yourself.
That's true. Those people, they're more self-reliant, they're more able to do things for themselves, and they seem happier. Maybe it's just from increasing your knowledge and ability to do things for yourself gives you a personal fulfillment, because there's a lot of people, men and women, who are utterly useless, but they're considered kind of successful and smart people in society.
Yeah.
And they seem to similarly have a lot of a mental health struggle and lack of fulfillment in their life. Despite their, you know, high-paying job, their advanced degrees, they don't know how to operate like basic household items and take care of themselves at like a low level.
It's definitely something beyond money and fame and all that. That's not the solution for a lot of people that have it. So
I wouldn't know.
I don't think there's like a I don't think there's like a one-fits-all answer, but
Yeah.
it's interesting.
It is interesting. I think the biggest thing is just acknowledging that there is a problem and that there's a lot of sort of solutions. They don't really add up. And I liked his thought that it's like it's not a battle to win.
Yeah.
There's victims who like just perish because of it, who go totally to the deep end because of it. And then there are students that learn from it and then start to manage the struggle, because there is a struggle to be had. You're not gonna win though.
Right. And I mean, stress is normal in normal life, but to that degree where it's inhibiting your ability to do normal things, exist normally, and stuff like the first two personalities of that guy.
Yeah.
That's when it's a problem. Because, yeah, stress is not necessarily the problem. It's something deeper than that.
I love it. I agree.
That's all I got.
No,
Unless you want to.
That's it, guys. Yeah, no, I've thoroughly enjoyed having Keegan in the studio. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we get some people excited to try and get you back, and then I will forward that information. I'll be like, "Hey, Keegan, the internet wants to hear from you. Please come back to the studio, guys. Help me get Keegan back, and we'll keep the show rolling." But till next time, out of here. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to subscribe. Join me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the FTT Thoughtcast. And if you want even more content, channel members get access to hundreds of hours of live streams, unedited, uncut, and with no ads running. Check the Freethinker React series for endless entertainment. Keep those notifications on, and I'll catch you live.